This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. According to the most common definition, biodiversity simply refers to having a variety of species. It reflects the population, variety, and variability of organisms on Earth. Biodiversity includes diversification within and between different species and among ecosystems. This variation of species in the ecosystem is a fundamental concept and factor that is the basis for sustaining life on our planet. Considering such a great role in this matter, it is regrettable that biodiversity has been threatened by a number of factors primarily fueled by human activities in recent days. This essay discusses the benefits of biodiversity for both human beings and other living things. Benefits of biodiversity. First, biodiversity provides most of the food that humans and other living beings use for survival. Humans feed on many living organisms like animals, plants, fish, and others, providing them with holistic nutritional value. Likewise, predators depend on other animals for food, while plants rely on microorganisms to keep soil suitable for growth. Clearly, with an alteration in biodiversity, not only humans but also many other species of living things stand to suffer. Secondly, biodiversity is a primary and excellent source of medicines and herbs used all around the world to treat various illnesses and health conditions. In the developing world, herbs are harvested directly, even where drugs are manufactured for the ingredients to be primarily sourced from living things, especially plants. For a more specific example, penicillin and anesthetics, commonly used in human treatment, are obtained from animal species and microbes. Biodiversity is essential for fighting against different threats that can harm our health and life. With a rich genetic composition within a species, the capacity to counter different bacteria, viruses, and other health-impairing factors is greatly improved. For example, human beings avoid inbreeding to expand their genetic diversity. This gives them an advantage and better chances to survive genetic and health attacks. In addition, biodiversity is essential for global warming mitigation. Several plant tissues and organic matter on land and in ocean ecosystems process carbon, which is part of the combination of greenhouse gases contributing to climate change. For instance, as a measure for controlling the rate of global warming and desertification, countries worldwide have launched campaigns to plant many trees so that they can act as carbon sinks. Again, biodiversity is very important for sustaining the global economy. Many people derive direct and indirect incomes from exploiting biodiversity. Indeed, it provides an essential contribution to the economic development of all the nations of the world. Natural pesticides, fibers, waxes, fuel, gums, dyes, and many others are goods harvested from biodiversity. Also, nature-related holidays and ecotourism, which are the main sources of income in many countries, rely on biodiversity. Moreover, the most important supporters of life, which are soil and water, depend on biodiversity for maintenance. If the soil were eroded, then life would cease to exist very quickly. Microorganisms in the soil are responsible for breaking down organic matter and serving plants with essential nutrients. Vegetation, on the other hand, keeps soil intact and protects it. Clean air, which is essential for life, is purified by plant species, which filter unwanted and harmful particles from industries, recycle oxygen, and regulate atmospheric composition. Indeed, plants use carbon dioxide to manufacture food and give out oxygen in its place. Humans depend a lot on planted crops to provide food, which are, however, susceptible to many pests. Other organisms, including insects, birds, and fungi, eliminate a great majority of the potential pests that attack crops. These natural and cheap ways of controlling pests are far superior to artificial ones, as pests often develop resistance to the latter. The intrinsic value of biodiversity must not be also overlooked. Human beings and a number of other animals enhance their emotional well-being by being close to natural beauty. For example, the mutually helpful relationships between humans and biodiversity are easily discernible in the arts, traditions, and religions of diverse cultures all over the world. For instance, a picture depicting beautiful nature where green and healthy trees are represented is considered by many to have a calming effect on the human mind. Generally, biodiversity provides all the basic needs of men and other higher animals. The provision of food, shelter, clothing, and all the other basic needs can be traced back to the issue under consideration. In fact, almost all food comes from living things. Fabric for clothes is made from plants and skin or fur of animals, while many of the materials used by people to build houses also have an organic nature and are the results of biodiversity. Conclusion. That is why it is necessary to state that biodiversity is not just an important and beneficial but crucial aspect of life. Nature has its own way of balancing life, and biodiversity is at the center of this grand plan. Every single organism that exists on our planet has a role to play in supporting other life forms in all the different ecosystems. Biodiversity must be, therefore, protected and preserved if humans want life to be sustained. If you want to find more works like this essay on biodiversity benefits for ecology, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects.